This is the Canon RF 50mm f1.8 Nifty 50. So here it is, the Nifty 50 from Canon, the new RF mount 50mm f1.8. And in this video today, we're going to go over some of the good and some of the bad. I've only used it for a couple of days, bear in mind, but there are some things that I've noticed straight away and that maybe you should consider if you're going to buy this lens. Right, let's talk about the good first. The good thing is that it's cheap. This is Canon's first RF lens. It is finally affordable. All the other lenses are, well, quite frankly, they're ridiculously priced. They're very expensive, although they are sort of professional class lenses. Very good series of lenses. Canon have sort of gone down the route of making all the good glass first before giving us the perfect bodies. I'm shooting this on the Canon R6. It's by no means a perfect camera, but I'm enjoying using it at the moment, especially for photography. So it's coming in at £219 in the UK. It's around 200-ish depending on where you are in the world. It's a very small lens, it's very light, it's made of plastic, but it has got now a metal mount on the back. The RF mount is a metal mount, so that's appreciated. The good bit is that the only thing I don't like about these things on the back is you have to line the line up. You didn't have to used to do that, it used to just fit, but slightly annoying. It's got the control ring on the front, so you can use it for manual focus or control by changing the switch. It's got a very small thread mount at the front. It's 43mm if you want to put an ND filter on there, so you're going to struggle to get ND filters for this, I've got to admit. And it's got a closer minimum focusing distance compared to the last generation, the EF version, by about 3 inches, so you can get closer to your subjects. It's a nice lens. It's cheap, it's good. I've used it on a couple of shoots now. I've taken some photos indoors and outdoors in low light conditions, and that's the other bonus about this. It's an f1.8, so you're going to get that nice bokeh. It's a very nice bright aperture. You're going to get that good bokeh, although the bokeh I've seen on other reviews isn't pristine bokeh, but for the price it's as good as you're gonna get. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. Low light capabilities, obviously very good for the price as well. It's an important lens because it signals the start of some cheaper options coming for the RF mount, making this full frame RF mount camera system a lot more accessible. Up until now, if you wanted to use cheaper lenses, I'm using this Sigma. By all means, it's not cheap, but it's the Sigma 35mm, and I've got it on the EF mount, which isn't cheap in itself. So although the lenses are expensive, to actually adapt it and to use other lenses can be quite expensive as well. So it signals the start of cheaper lenses coming. We've got some other lenses rumoured, cheaper ones, so if you haven't already, make sure you press that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload, to stay up to date on all the latest news. We try and keep track of all the camera news because that's something I'm really interested in. There are negatives to this lens, one being the autofocus motor. It's notably audible. It's very loud, so this is definitely not a video lens. If you're buying this to do video work and you need the audio from the camera, it's not going to work. It's very loud indeed. You can probably hear that. Can you hear that? So it's not a silent motor by any stretch of the imagination. I'm going to use this for mainly photography. As you can see as well, that it focuses in and out. The actual lens comes in and out when it's focusing. Okay. The other thing I noticed just using it for a couple of times is that there's quite a significant amount of focus breathing. It does struggle to get the... I think that's because of the actual motor itself. It's the STM motor and it's quite loud. It's obviously a cheaper version of their other motors they've got in the Canon lenses, and I think it just struggles to get that focus sometimes, although I'm using it with the Canon R6, which usually is 99% of the time perfect when it comes to eye autofocus. This does struggle. There's a lot of little focus breathing every now and again. It just loses a subject you're trying to focus on, especially if you haven't got the exposure right and the meters right in the middle. It does struggle to lock onto what you want to take the photo of. The other thing that it's not is image stabilized, but that's not so much a problem with the new R6 and R5 particularly. They've got that IBIS in-body stabilization built in, so I did notice from the video footage, the bits that I did take last night, that it looks really smooth even without the image stabilization in this, so that's not really a problem with the newer cameras. Can you vlog with it? Not quite. A little bit too tight for vlogging. Looks good though. If you've got the EOS R, then maybe it might be an issue, but I've got a new video coming soon about the IBIS. It's fantastic on the R6. I've been getting sort of 3-second exposures with the camera in low light, taking just handheld as well, so that is very unbelievable really. So a video coming on that soon. This is just a quick overview. I'm going to test this lens more over the next few weeks or so, so I'll give you a more updated video further on down the line. So like I said, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that. But early signs are promising. It's obviously cheap, which is extremely good for us, well, for us smaller YouTubers, because it's not always the easiest thing to do to afford these expensive lenses. Now these coming in at about £200 gives a lot of normal folk out there the ability and the option to buy into full frame on this Canon R6, R5, although the cameras are still quite expensive. But it's interesting to see that they've made the good glass and they're going for the cheaper glass now, so us mere mortals can possibly get some different focal lengths. So that's it. Interesting. I'm going to keep you updated over the next few weeks. Stay tuned, and yeah, signal of a new start from Canon. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.